Good morning, my friends, and welcome to the ThetaWaveTrader. We are live today. Yes, I said when I hit 500, you get to see my mug down there in the little corner. I don't know where I'm pointing here. Down here in the corner. That's where I am today. And it's going to be an exciting day. I'm excited to see you guys. And you're going to see me much more expressive than I am in the voice. So now you get to put a face to the voice. Hello, I'm Darren. I'm your host for the Breakfast Club here this morning. And I've got some ideas where I think the market's going to move this morning, but I want to make sure that we're up and live here. I've got screens all around me here, so I'm going to just make sure that we are. We're live. And here I am by myself right now. But it's okay. 7:01. Got my coffee. My lovely girl is just about to head off to work. We're all set for the day. All right. As usual, I like to Lobo Del Cash. Sup, homie? What's up, brother? Welcome. Okay. I'm going to kind of skip over the New York because I'm going to come back to that. So from 7 till the usual time, I like to kind of give you an idea of what's going on in all the markets, my quick analysis for what it's worth, because it may not be the most in-depth. And if you're in the show and you want me to pop into one of those specific Forex charts, I'm more than happy to do that for you. All right, looking at E-mini S&P. Follow rules. Good morning. How are you? How are you? Christopher and Joe Zab. Welcome from Hungary. Good for you, buddy. Welcome. Okay, so we're looking for the S&P 500. Again, we're still looking for it to get down into this lower range here. Looking for this trend line phantom to get taken out here. We are inside this fair value gap on the daily still. So I'm looking for, we did get a close below. We came all the way back up. We wicked through the top of it, but we didn't actually close above the top of that. You see that? So I like the idea of us coming back down and starting to get some real good lift, a real good push into this low of the daily fair value gap, E-mini S&P. So I'm looking for this to continue down on the downside. So as we go into the open, look for a run into these higher premium levels. Perhaps this return to this consolidation fair value gap, and we're looking for a setup for a reversal. Whether 10 o'clock takes out this high and we get a reversal pattern forming and start running down for the low of this for the day in E-mini S&P. Keep your eyes on that. If you see something, pop into the show, or if you're live with us this morning, just put a little note on the side there saying, let me make sure if I'm pointing in the right direction. This way, that way. Put a comment in the section over there, and let us know if you see a setup forming around that 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock usually takes out a high that forms just before 10, usually takes that high out and does a little reversal. Where are we at for the YAM? So the Dow Jones, we're still inside that consolidation there. You see that? We came all the way back up into the area we were picking. We've hit the bottom of that daily fair value gap. That was in March. I guess it's changed up a lot now, but we have hit the bottom of it this morning, so we're looking for a rollover to continue down. So if we do get I'm looking for all of them to take a little run down this morning. So if we get this continuation to run down, look for these equal lows to get taken out, and look for this fair value gap, because you're between this one is a discount and this one is a premium on the daily. So look for, I don't know how many of you are on the Dow Jones, but if you are, this is just a fair value gap. It's a reclaimed fair value gap over and over again. We haven't gone through it. So look for that. And then let's go to Dixie. Dixie really gave us a good push yesterday up into our fair value gap fill. We closed on the fill. So we were kind of hoping that we'd get a reaction off of that and start to come back down again, but we haven't, and we're continually pushing up higher into the mean threshold of this breaker here. So we've had a nice reaction off of that. So now here's a nice little setup, because here's the reversal. If we get below this point right here, watch right here now. This is setting up on the hourly basis. Let me put this on the template on the hour. When we get a body trade through this, when the body trades back up and into it, look to go short. If a body does not trade below that and it trades back and continues back higher, wait for this kind of setup to happen above a high. So we were looking for it here, which is this setup right here. Yeah, keep your eye on this one for New York open. So if that continues down, this will be the upside challenge. So if we've come in back into this, the top of this order block consolidation right here, we've come back into that little fair value gap below us there. Look for a reversal pattern to start happening in here. If we get above this candle's high, come back into it. Look for that to be your first level of support to go higher if the American dollar gives up. So if this is the reversal, look for, yes, we have taken those lows. Good. Look for this area right here now. If you guys are into Forex, if you're into Forex pairs, look for this particular fair value gap to close above, come back into it, find your entry at the high, the consequent encroachment, and the low of that fair value gap, that SIBI there. Stop loss goes down here. Don't forget to have your fail safe and start running for first objective, second objective, third objective. Don't forget your rejection blocks. Start pulling your fib tool if you're working inside this range. Take your 50%, 62%, whatever method you want to use, but have a fail safe here. But here's your reversal. How you treat it from there is your business. Look at that. We're expecting the Canadian dollar to go, the American dollar to go up a bit, but I was hoping it would hold off this on the breaker, but we ran right through it today. So if we're just taking out these highs, look for a reversal here in your Canadian dollar. If you're the Canadian dollar person, look for that reversal pattern to start setting up in here so you can get short on that now that those highs are taken. If it continues higher, wait for that setup to occur if you want to retrace back into this big wick candle or this big candle. This might be an actually nice trade today. We finally ran out those lows, yeah. We're hoping we're just going to get a reaction inside this rejection block yesterday and start coming back into this range. But that one is from there to there now. Now you're looking for premium and discounts inside this range here. Any minute you're looking for this reversal to happen. So go to the hour. If you get down into that little spot right here again, this is the side you have to look for to see that fair value gap forming. If you break above this, look for this one to enter in. As soon as you get a body that breaks above here, it comes back, enter in high. Your stop loss is quite low. So the moment you get back above that and you find support on it to get higher, start moving your stop loss up. Keep it below that fair value gap until you reach the next one, or at least the next PD array. Pull your fib tool from here to here and start scaling out on the way up. Is the audio okay, you guys? Can you hear the audio okay? I tried to adjust the sensitivity of the mic this morning. I'm not sure if I did it a good job of it or not. Thanks, lovey. I love you. Thank you. She's heading off to work. I'll just say hello to everybody. Good morning. I'll follow up. Follow the rules. Christopher, good morning from Canada. Hello from Hungary. Stanley, looks like you were serious about the camera. Yeah, buddy. I was. Good morning. Missed that. Reveal this KO ring. We'll wait for the next one. Morning D, finally face to all the wisdom. Yeah, sorry, buddy. This is the best you get. All your fantasies are crushed. Herman, we are 4 standard deviations ATM hitting at 15-minute fair value gap. Good place for a reversal. Yes. Okay, see you later, love. Good morning, Christian. It's Darren on the screen. Good morning, mate. What do you think of 1800s and NQ? I'll get to that in a second, Mohammed. Thomas, hey, Darren. You look just like your picture. LOL. Just a little more aged. You have to put it on, my wife was saying you have to put it on the special color on the ring that makes you look a little younger. When you turn the light out, it'd be like the Crypt Keeper. Are we on NASDAQ? No, we're not on NASDAQ right now. I'm just going through my normal morning run through all the charts, and then I'll get back to NASDAQ and I'll finish up there so you guys can see. Yeah, bro, all good down here. Yeah, we hear you. Everything's perfect. Okay, good. Thanks. Good morning, Victor. Morning, Victor. Okay. Let's continue on here with the rest of this. It looks like these are really good places to make turns in all the markets I can see right now. On the hours, at least I can see these on the hourlies. Reprice, rebalance, break above, come back inside. That's good for a run up there. And if you lose this area right here, that candle's low, use your fail safe before you take out your low. Australian dollar came back down into the breaker here, and we have not gone through. See the difference between Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar? New Zealand dollar blew right through theirs, all the way into the rejection block. It took out the lows. Aussie dollar just came back into the rejection or into the breaker here. I do like this reversal pattern. Look at this reversal right here. Body trades above it. You get inside it. You start scaling out at your rejection blocks. Comes back in. You get another opportunity to get back in. Run back up. You get multiple opportunities to get back in on this. You don't have a body ever trade below that. And then you run for your next highs. All your PD arrays you get to reach for. And it comes back one more time into that area. It's like rinse and repeat over and over again all the time that sets up. You just keep getting free money to set up your trade to go long again. So yeah, we're looking for Australian dollar to hold here. I want to make sure that on the daily this closes above here. So watch for a reversal and look for a run back into this fair value gap here. Oh man, did a Japanese yen ever spun around? Look for a run above these old highs here one more time and then start carving back into a low. So we knew they wouldn't leave those untouched. So that's nice. Then look for a reversal pattern here on the daily to get short. These reversal patterns look great. They line up really nice when you see them. You can catch some beautiful runs on them. Just have your fail-safe in place all the time, you guys. If you don't have a fail-safe, find one that works for you. I thoroughly suggest you have them. Protect your stop loss. Don't just use a stop loss. Have the fail-safe. It'll make a whole world of difference for you. You'll see. All right, so gold. We're inside the range in here in gold. So look for this upside fair value gap here. Return back into the consolidation. We've already started hitting inside that fair value gap. So look for the fill back to the season or session open here. This is on the hourly. Where have we got on the daily? Let's see what the daily looks like. We have a fill of that fair value gap. Great. We looked for that yesterday. You got that. We've come down and tapped it again. So you're finding support at that. Do you want to see that? Is it my MT5? So I like to see here. You see that reversal we've got happening? See the body came down below, came back inside. That's the reversal on gold. And then it came back down. We've come back up into it again, and we're running for fair value gap. This fair value gap here. Your first objective's been hit. If you manage to get back up into this mean threshold of this candle, it's also that inversion point one more time to get short and look for rejection block and lows on the daily. And if the American dollar continues to push higher, that would push this lower. So then you can expect that this is a reversal for gold. Now, if they're not in sync with one another, this looks like a setup for a short. All the time we are below this inversion now, we're short. If we get back into it and find yourself climbing up on top of it, then you start going longer. You start going bullish again. This is the one for silver. You want to see silver now that we've hit our breaker. I want to see silver roll over here now, and I want to see it start digging down into here, have a full body drop below here today, and then a return to, get a little bit of support off of that, and then start digging down into this lower level, run for this rejection block, the low, and this order block here. So you have multiple things to aim for once we get below this. If we can come back into that little tiny fair value, if to stretch this right out, you'll see it sitting right in here. That becomes your inversion. So as soon as it pops below that, comes back in, look for a run back into this order block, mean threshold, the high, the mean threshold, and the open. And then look for the rejection block and lower prices. And then eventually getting back into the fair value gap here. I would pull this one out of the way here now and start looking at something like this. So you got a premium array and a discount array, and an even more discount array down here. Yeah, so what you want to see that this, see if this holds price, and you want to see if that little tiny inversion there now becomes support to can dig deeper into this. That could be a nice little run for you on a day if you're looking for a full day run into that area. The moment you get into a body below here, look for the pop up. Go to the lower time frames, look for your setup for a run back down into the mean threshold, and then bonus land would be down here. Copper Copper has finally run out some highs here. Nope, it hasn't run out these highs here yet. So same kind of setup. This looks like setup, Mr. Setup Tuesday or Mrs. Setup Tuesday. Look at this. We have a reversal happening right here. So if we get a body below this, come into this tomorrow, Wednesday will be a dandy little return into a, like if we get a body close below here today, and then Wednesday opens up, taps into that, look for your, go into your lower time frames, look for your setup for a rundown into the fair value gap and these old highs. Okay. Palladium. We were wanting it to come all the way back down to here, and it's doing just that. Palladium's right back into here. So if we start seeing palladium get below this level, come back and find some support at it, look for it to run down into a deeper discount. Ideally, you want to see it find some support off of here and start running back up into this order block, which is now a breaker because we've broken that low. So look for a return back into the breaker. If it starts to eat through it, then we start to say, great. You want to see a bold candle get on top of that. Start running back up into these higher time frame ones or higher PD arrays inside that bigger range. But this looks good. This looks promising for a kickoff of here to go higher. And that can come all the way back to fill. Ideally, I'd like to see it stay open. Just stay in this mean threshold, which is the top of the consolidation here. Cam 1 entry for a higher. And palladium, of all things, palladium. Forget Royal Bank. You're not into ETFs, Tesla. Oh, forget that. Now let's get back over here. Everybody's saying, just get back over. I put a box up here where I wanted this morning around 8:30. I was looking, going, this would be nice to get back up into here. I think I'll attempt the tummy of the algo and say, I need you to come up into here. I got a carrot for you. I'm looking for this level here. And then I'm looking for a reaction off of this level. And so let's just go to some of the questions. Hey, Darren. Good morning, folks. Good morning, Darren. You look so good. You get to move to my El Musi. You get to move to my my #1 fan today. Oh, I can't eat that in front of you guys. You don't want to see me munching. I'll have to eat that later. I'm going to sit there. My wife made me a little peanut butter thing. And I'll be like, I'll have my peanut butter on the roof of my mouth. Did David Barry turn up this morning? Has David turned up yet? No, David hasn't turned up yet. I had a great chat with David last night on Telegram. We were trading Bitcoin together, and I was just throwing charts. Those of you who are on Telegram, you probably woke up going, what the heck? Man, there's like a million messages on there. I was dropping charts. I'm like, look at this, look at that, look at this. And we were catching some trades, and it was kind of fun. I had a little moment where my mom gave me an opportunity to go out and play for a while. So I had to be home before the street lights came on. But I was out having some fun. David and I were doing some research in the Bitcoin there, and we were literally looking for setups and trading and using the failsafe and practicing. And it was great to be able to just pop it back and forth, you know, and share that opportunity again last night. So he got some one-on-one time. I think even Simo turned up as well. So good morning, folks. Mohammed. Hello, Theta. Good morning, good morning. Abom, good morning. Yesterday, Nas gave 100. Nasdaq gave 100. Gave me 2 trades with an on short. Yeah, there was some awesome trades there yesterday. I'm just looking for this open now to come up into that box. ICT did this back when we first started, back in 2016. ICT did, but mind you, he did this kind of thing. He was just like, he makes this little tiny box and he sticks it way over in here. So let's say, and he goes, and we were down here and we're like, there's no way it's going to go there. And it was doing this, it was going up, and then it came all the way down. We're like, haha, he's wrong. And it came up and it just literally put it crosshairs right in the middle of the box. And I was like, ugh, that's amazing, man. And then all of a sudden it just drifted away. And you're like, how did he know that it was going to drift into that box? Well, this is Darren's version. You'll see this just get pulled over a little tighter, a little tighter. I'm still looking at this zone, so this will get pulled over tighter up till 10 o'clock. So hopefully we see it in this area here. So keep your eye on that box. That box is not as precise as Michael's. I've kind of given myself a lot of wiggle room, as it were. So we'll see if we hit the box. We're pretty close. Probably won't impress you guys half as much as it did me when I was back in 2016. It's like, man, this guy's a genius. This must be recorded or something. But you're seeing it live, folks. You're seeing it live. Oh, what do we got? What's everybody saying? Julian, are you on NASDAQ? Yes, I'm on NASDAQ. Bro, good news. We're all down here. You can hear me. Blah, blah, blah. Good morning, friends. Lewis, good morning. You're in South Africa, are you not, Lewis? I use the pattern of the Mentorship 2022. Good for you. If you got a setup or a pattern that works for you, man, take it. And if it's clean, take it. The only thing I could suggest to that would be have a fail-safe. Have a point where you can get out of that before it hits your stop loss, because you tend to put your stop loss right above an old high for the sake of putting it there instead of going, okay, how can I get out before that high gets taken? Is there something that shows me that this trade is going sideways? It's actually going to go against me. If it breaks this point, then it's going to trade against me. So that's something I think you should all keep in mind when you're running your trade pattern and studying it on the 1 minute chart like this, and you'll get to see when it breaks this high, you know you're wrong. But you need to see that consistently over and over and over again when you go, it's making a turn, whether it be for a short turn and then turn around and go back up again against you. Here's where it's making that turn. If you recognize that every single time it does it, and you got to be super attentive to the 1 minute chart, or you may just go, no, that's not how I want to trade. I want to put my stop loss on, grab my clubs, and out I go. I'll come back and see if my trade planned out for the day. That's awesome. Stress-free trading, man. Good for you. Or you may wait for one little tiny specific setup, like this guy right here. You see this? This swing pattern below this low. There's your little fair value gap. You pop above it. Body breaks above the high of that range there, and you wait. It comes back into you, hits you, carries you off, take out the high, and then look for, see a reversal back down to the order block, run back up into breaker, mean threshold of the breaker, back down to the top of this one. That's a breaker, because there's a swing point. There's a swing point. Take that out, so you run above, come back to the breaker, find support at it, breaker to breaker. One of those has got to give way. So you come back up, you bang around inside it, and then all of a sudden pop through. Good. Now you got to find some support at it again, right there. Come back up into the range, order block, rejection block. You don't take out the low, and continue on. Look at that. Bing. We hit it. We have hit it. So now, inside here, I'm looking for a reversal. So I'm 1 minute before the open of the, there we go. There's the open. And I have to cut this short today. My wife made me go take one of those sleep tests. So that was the first indication that we're going to go down. That's usually the signal. You'll see the first deviation is the point where it says, I'm heading this way, but I'm first going to draw people into the belief that this is going to continue to the upside. So I'd like to see this form a nice little reversal pattern in here to go lower. Yeah, so I had to do this sleep test. So for sleep apnea, because many times in the fire hall, I've had one of those pillows chucked at my head because I snore. You wouldn't think that just to look at me, but I snored, and so this could be just a false run down. Wow, this could be a swip. That was the pop-up just above that high into that range, run back down. We're going to watch. We're going to wait. We're going to wait for 10 o'clock here. This is that little false high. And then you're going to see this run back up at 10 o'clock, clean this out into that box, and then start coming back down. We'll see what happens here. Man, if that was the precision, I'll tell you what I was looking for. I was looking for the return to the Asian low. So you draw that all the way across there. That's the Asian low right there. So I thought, well, you know, extend it up into here a little bit. So I started extending it higher and higher and higher. I thought, well, I'll put a carrot in there, so we'll see. So now it's run the liquidity out. For all these people that are trailing their stop loss up behind it, there's your trend line phantom broken, coming back into 50% of that range. React off that. Now you want to see it start to climb above this fair value gap. I want to see this breaker give way now, come back up, and then give way on the way back down again. If not, we have this upside as a swing below these lows. Break up, come back down, find some support, and continue pushing higher. So right now, I'm on the mindset that we are. I'm going to go neutral right now, because even though it looks like this is people going, no, it's going back down. No, not necessarily. It could still be going up. And if we break this high here with a big bold candle, come back down, find some support of that, that's a reversal pattern to continue pushing for higher prices, which is what I'm looking for anyway, because I want to get it back into this box, clean up that 15-minute fair value gap right here, return back to this breaker, and which is right where the carrot's sitting, I think. Yeah, carrot's sitting right in there. So if it comes right into the carrot, that'll be the magic. If we hit that. So Jit says, where did that box come from? Now you know where the box came from. I created the box as a place for I expect price to enter into. We've tapped it once, already gone down, so now I'm looking for it to run back up right in or near that carrot. And I'll move it along as time goes on, but I've got it all the way out till 10 o'clock now, so we should see it up to 10:10 in there. I'll keep it germane to in here. Oops. That's ideally where we want to be. Anas, pleasure to see you, my friend. Well, you can see me. So this is that chop. This is just all chop right now. This is not a trade above that level. It's just another run back into here. Your rejection block. It's not. I don't count that as a run higher. So I'm still kind of neutral until I see something a little more delicious and nutritious and beta carotene like. Julian, what's that? Julian, that is the infamous carrot that drives the algo. Shh, don't tell anyone. This is the only place on the internet you're going to find what really drives the algo. Carrots. Carrots. Zach, good morning. I think we might be pushing up. Yesterday's PM high, then selling off. Did you see that 15-minute order block in Fair Value Gap? 152. Yep, I see it. We're right inside that little puppy right now. Right here. Right off that Asian high or Asian low. That's typically what you like to see. I think I mentioned this yesterday or the day before. When you see this Asian range, somebody had asked me about what these boxes were in this indicator, and I said I love seeing this return to the Asian low when London's high takes it out and we drop below it. I like to see that return right back into that during New York session or just before New York session to get short. And right there, it literally hit it beautifully right now this morning. But I don't want it to hit that just yet. I want to see it come back one more time, clean these equal highs out, and then catch a short. Some of you who are into turtle soup would be a good opportunity right here. And then or just wait for that reversal pattern to set up and jump in there. Turtle soups are not for the faint at heart. The faint at heart tend to wait for confirmation once that turtle soup has been shown. But if this continues to drive all the way through the low, through the mean threshold of this candle here, then that was the high. And I've still got no setup there yet anyway. You couldn't even say return to the breaker. Yeah, the bodies are well below it, and we whipped all the way through. And yeah, if your stop loss was sitting up there, you got a really good squeeze. And if they opened up their stop on you, if you're in MT5, they would have definitely taken you. I really dislike. Good morning, Russell. Oh, you're on the ThetaWave on Telegram. We'll just wait. We could just get a reversal back into this breaker here, and then get a reaction off of that. So let's just see how we do here. It's the only really pertinent one. We do have this one here, body trade. Oh, I guess right there. Didn't see that one. Body trades below it right here. You trade back up into it multiple times. Stop loss gets good and squeezed, and then you're still running low. Didn't see that one right there. My bad. There's a reversal right there. Yeah, totally didn't see that one. That's why you have to draw. As soon as you see them, draw them out so that your eye. If you just try to eyeball them after a while, you miss them. So if you just, as soon as it happens, draw it out in your chart and think, where does that sit? Sits in a premium array. You come down below it. Right there, you trade to it. First exit right there. Second exit. Third exit. You don't get your third exit, but you do get a fair value gap down here. Well, I hope that one doesn't take off for the rest of the day now, and I missed the opportunity right there this morning. Crap. Right off the Asian low, too. Ugh. That would be a disappointment. Did anybody else see this? Did any other of you guys see that one? Right there? I didn't see that till it was way too late. But there's the reversal. Body breaks below it. You come back into it once, twice, right there. Yeah, look at that. It's running right through that level here. But that's okay. Now we look for it on a higher time frame. Oh, we still got 20 minutes. So if this reverses here, takes out these lows, and we start to get a run all the way back up in here, look for a reversal pattern to get us back up. If not, that was your start for your day. You got to be on the ball, and I missed it. And the failsafe never would have been activated. These wicks would have come all the way up. You said, oh, well, if it takes me out, it takes me out, and just came up, gave you a little kiss, and then left. Unless you're spread. What is that? 51.50? 52.75? Nope. It still wouldn't have taken you out, not even with their spread bouncing around between 75 and 25. It wouldn't have taken you out, so you would have been still in there. That bear would have been breathing down your neck, and then you would have been cleaning up all of this. Sorry, folks. I missed that for you, but did anybody else see it? Alex got it, shorted the micro. Yeah, I mean, shorts from the reversal. Good. Good trade, folks. 60 handles booked. Excellent. Will be on my channel. One good trade to the next. There's no shameless advertising there. One good trader. It'll be on my channel. You can check out my channel and see my lovely little entry. I'm on wicked previous day's low, currently 1 minute bearish breaker, 15-minute fair value gap. Went to the 1 hour consequent encroachment sell off. Is that a market maker sell trying to close in after the 4 hour? You guys are on so many different time frames here. That's good. I shorted it. Not done. Going for Friday's lows. Good for you, man. Simo, good morning. It's a nice day to see you live in camera. Thanks, Simo. Well, I'm glad you guys caught that one. That's excellent. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. All of you who are in on that, well done. Where are you aiming for? Aim for this low over here on Friday. Aim for that fair value gap fill. Rejection block. Is that my wife getting to work? Yeah, you need to be over here, Russell. I can't get on Theta on the Telegram right now. Yeah, so sorry. I started off my conversation this morning saying I have to cut this short because I have to get this machine that they put me on the sleep study last night. I didn't sleep at all with that thing stuck in my nose, and you get this machine on your chest and your fingers jammed onto this. You know, it's all taped to you, so you're lying there with this stuff on, and you're worried about alarm lights going on if something's not sitting right. So you get a lousy night's sleep. I don't know how they get a good test on it, but anyway, I have to leave. I have to get it back there before 10 o'clock my time. So it's at 9:44 now, so I'll be here just before lunch, New York time, and then I'm going to split, and I'll see if I'll come back again in the afternoon. We'll see how that goes. Dang, I'm sorry I didn't see that now. Would have been a nice little trade to get in on. All right, well, we still got the silver bullet. Did you guys pay yourself at the rejection block? Because if this turns around now, you're going to wish you did. And if it does keep coming down, you're going to be like, haha, I didn't, but I'm going to pay myself down here. This would be a great time to see a bull flag or a bear flag fail. You get this little bear flag forming in here before 10 o'clock. Then all of a sudden it runs against you. It comes up and runs against you right off the rejection block and says, I'll be back here shortly. I just want to come up here one more time, clean up these equal highs, come back down. You have a breaker right here, so keep your eye on that level. You may just get a return into here, roll over and come back down again. Order blocks validated, come back in, find some support at it, look for the mean threshold, either hold or let go, and look for higher prices. You want to see this mean threshold give way for continuation on the downside, and you want to get underneath this order block here. And those who want to retrace back into this range for 10 o'clock. Now we're down this end of a discount range. It would be nice to see this push through for 10 o'clock, take this low out, and then pull back into the range again. So you can catch a nice little run back in, like this kind of thing we looked at yesterday. That high we were calling for. And then the pull back into the range. This is the kind of thing you want to see here, where it drops below, cleans this out, hits the weekly, and then we get that pull back into the range here. To the middle of the range would be fine. You can get a nice little run quite high on that for pips or handles, contracts, whatever you want. So two scenarios from here. One is a retracement back into here, hopefully taking out that high for 10. Then finishing off, or finishing this area off down here before running back higher. Look for 20, that wick, and split it into quarters. Look for no, if it closes below 50%, then you're definitely going for the lows. Is it smelling carrot by any chance? I stepped away for a minute. Did you talk about your color scheme? No, I haven't talked about the color scheme yet. Thomas, I can talk about that right now. Let me give you an idea of the color scheme. So if you're drawing a box, basically what I do is I'll take the style and I'll go over here and I'll assign, like this will be weekly, the gray will be weekly, and or that's my color gray. It might be different for you guys. I'm slightly colorblind, so it affects my colors. So I use this one for weekly. I use the red, I think that's red, what appears to be reddish for me, on the monthly. Daily I look at the blue, I use blue, and so that'll be like a fair value gap. It'll be, this bold blue will be like a line. If I want a specific line, I'll take, there's several ways I'll mark things out, what I used to mark out. I will take a regular line, I'll take a regular line like this, and I'll do one of three things with it. So you'll have one will be this. Dash, and one will be this. Dots. And the way I do it, I try to picture is this is the strongest, this is the next weakest, and then this one is barely visible, so it's like dots. So I usually take my, if I'm looking at when I used to look for specific order blocks, I would say that's the strongest reaction off of that breaker right there. Then the next strongest reaction would be off of the body. Then the next strongest reaction would be off the mean threshold. So when I'm down in these lower time frame charts and I'm on a daily, because it's blue, I know it's blue, so I know that's the daily one. So when I'm coming up and I see this big blue line above me here, I go, oh, that's in a breaker, so I'll know that's a higher time frame breaker I'm about to enter into, so that's a level of support for me. Because I only had one chart, I couldn't split my screen up into multiple screens like this, so I didn't have the luxury. So that would represent the breaker, the bottom of the breaker, the open of the breaker, and the mean threshold of the breaker. So that's what the blue meant, and it had a specific date and time stamp for me, like, or date, which would be a day. If it was gray, it would be a weekly, and if it was red, it would be a monthly. So that's how that candle scheme works. So you do that for all the time frames you want to build. That ended up getting super clustered, because if you go to one of Michael's charts, he spends an entire few hours marking up his charts. So I just copied what he was doing. I just added my own color scheme that worked for me. So if you're back into here and you're using this color scheme, I use, again, weekly or grayscale, and then I use days will be blue, red will be monthly. Then you can use like this color here, whatever that what color is right there, greenish maybe, or this one would be like from here, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, 5 minute and under. So you just use each one of those so that you know what specific fair value gaps you're looking for if you're using a color scheme. Sorry about your rejection block there if you guys didn't pay yourself. I did try to tell you. It smells carrot, I tell you. I'm just putting out fresh carrots up here. That's why it's going there. Look for your fib, pull your fib tool in here and watch. We've got a trade above here now, so we've got a good swing point. If we get a return back into this order block, look for a swing. I run back up and compare it from here to here. Those are the two you're comparing on. So if you want your, watch this area right here. So anyway, you get the idea. And then in order to break this up, watch here, in order to break your days up, now you go, that's my bold candle for all my lines that I want to point out in specific order blocks. The mean thresholds and stuff, I split them up by using the line breaking up. And the colors, you can use it for light would be a daily fair value gap. Then you darken it up when it's been traded through, it gets darker and it becomes an inversion. Then you can have a price imbalance. Then you can have a price gap and all that kind of stuff you can have in there. Or you can start that way and go lighter into a gap, whatever theory works for you. So that's how I break each one of those up. And after a while you get used to those colors and what they mean. And I always add a word at the end of this, so you'll see it'll be like daily fair value gap, and it'll say daily fair value gap, and it represents the color. So the color and the word help to set it up as well, just so you're aware. So you see how you have a dip back in here, we've run above, hit this thing right here, now you're looking for further upside. That's your reversal pattern to go long. And again, if it fails, it should fail here. And if it fails with a close below, then that's your fail safe. You're probably going to run down a little deeper. So where's your entry? Here, here, and right at the bottom. So there's your first entry is in. Second entry would be here. Third entry would be right inside that little imbalance that's sitting right there. And then because it's close to here, you say the mean threshold of that candle is your line in the sand. If you trade below it, you get out, and you'll be instead of your stop loss being here, you get taken out because you have a fail safe that supports it there. So just watch and see if it continues up from here. There's your mean threshold. Now you want to see this close above here. You got a full fill on all of them now, if those of you who are in. That order block has to give way. And if you're paying yourself for some quick pips or quick handles, right there was 78. Rejection block is 94. If you want to go for the high, 78 to there. This, I don't know, 20 handles in 1 minute. But that's your reversal. And if David Barry is in here, this is what we were doing last night. We're just cleaning up in Bitcoin last night. It was fun. So, rejection block. Do you pay yourself there? I hope you do. Even if it's just a little bit, and then move yourself to break even. So wherever your stop loss was, if it was down here, I'd slam that right up against break even right now, pay myself a little piece here. And now it's a zero stress trade, and I got some money in my pocket. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And we're aiming for eventually up here, right? You just saw how to make some money right there. Boom. You're welcome. Did you catch it? Did anybody catch that little one I just gave you right there? I didn't take it, obviously. But I'm about to giving abundance, my friends. Give abundance. You've taken that high, pay a little bit more. You feel that fair value gap, right on the money, pay yourself some more. Use your fib tool now. Here's another method you can use to manage this. Take your fib tool and say, I'm going to use my fib tool as my, way to pay myself. 50%, that's my first payout. So I take 50% of my trade, move it to break even. Or 80% of my trade, 90% of my trade, and then close out right there at a premium level off of a breaker. Or you say, no, or I leave 10% on to see if it runs for the higher. But you scale out using your fib tool to scale out your entry, because if this is just a simple return to optimum trade entry and go lower, you're going to wish you paid yourself there and you didn't overshoot your PD arrays and start say, oh no, that's going all the way back up there. No, you had an opportunity right here to get in perfectly with zero drawdown, or practically zero drawdown, and scale out a piece here, scale out a piece here, scale out a piece right there. Now, if it rolls over and comes back and takes you out, don't blame me. You just did not you did not play, you got too greedy on your PD arrays. It's a quick little run, and from there you would have made 77 to right there is almost 30 handles. 29 handles to that spot right there. Now, if it comes back in here again, you can do the same trade all over again. This time I would take the mean threshold and then put your stop loss right down here. You don't want to see this low get taken out again. You don't want to see that fair value gap. Again, you'll do the same kind of setup. You're running for that order block. See the step we're looking for? So rejection block again. You just get to get in on this thing twice. You collected some money here. You come back. You load in again. It's like starting your trade all over again. But you've got more money in your pocket than you started with. Sounds logical to me, right? So when it comes back into your trade again, you go, "Ooh, I took some money out. Look, it comes all the way back in. I get to do this again? Sure." Look for your order block here. Mean threshold, you want to see that give way. If it doesn't, I would be bringing my stop loss up in here and saying, I don't want to see it take out this low again now. I want to see that continue up. For you trend line people, I don't want to see that trend line get broken to the downside now. We have hit the premium level of that range, so it can roll over on you. That's why you bring your stop loss up tight because of this objective, your first objective for a premium to run back into a discount, which would take this next leg, price leg down, is something you want to anticipate. So you always want to protect your capital. I hope that makes sense. I did. Thanks. Went full port. I almost take it, but it didn't fill my order in 30 seconds. That's okay. You've just hit the rejection block. Are you paying yourself? I think it's going to revisit the 50 again. There's your rejection block. Move your stop loss rate to break even now. You paid yourself there, move to break even. If you get another opportunity to play this game again, take it right at the high here. If it comes down, fills this, it comes back down a second time, take the middle one. If it comes back down a third time, take the high. Trust me, you look on that enough, you'll see it. It comes back, it goes, oh, why is it coming back to those 3 different PD arrays? That's a more advanced thing to look for in your swing trade. You got some more money there. So now I would go, so you can either scale out a piece again at 50. If you're using your fib tool, take a piece out here, move your stop loss up to the 50. If it goes to 70, move your stop loss up to 60. Again, you might be thinking that's too tight. That's just a method of using the fib tool to make sure you're locking in profits, because it's all about locking profits. This is our downside objective, so we're counter trending this. So at any point we're hitting an optimum trade entry, this could snap back on us, right? Michael's talked about optimum trade entries many times, and now you're getting into optimum trade entry territory where it'll turn around and reverse back the other way. So you want to be, for me, I'd want to be snapping my stop loss up tight behind it. And if it runs through and it came back and took me out, I don't care. This happens all the time. You can get back in another one. Don't beat yourself up. Oh, look, I missed all this. What did you gain? You gained all that money, and you protected your mindset. Your mindset's all about protecting yourself. I'm just about to splash coffee all over my face here. Your mindset should be protecting your assets, not gambling on it. You want to get let's get some legs here. Let's get up. I like that objective up higher. Come on. Daddy needs a new set of sneakers. Let's go. Do we need to bring some motivation down to you, my friend? And here's a carrot. You gotta feed the algo every once in a while, my friends. Feed the algo. Bullish SMT. No, I'm not very good at, I'll tell you that right now, I'm not very good at SMTs. Explain it to me so I understand it a little more clear. But no, I don't understand. Michael's talked about SMT so many times, and I kind of just glazed over and never really spent a lot of time studying it. As you can see, my focus is on the 1 minute, and I watch every single candle for validation. So what's going on in the SMT does not alter how I affect my trade here, because I'm looking at literally every candle that's forming. And if the SMT says it's going to turn, I will see it on a 1 minute chart eventually. It will manifest here first when that SMT says, okay, it looks like we're expecting Dow or SMT or the NASDAQ to do a turn. Okay, well, while you're waiting, that's what I'm looking for, and that's what hopefully what I'll identify here. And I'm not saying discount all the stuff that he's taught you, but I look for here, and I can tell you when it's going to turn. It's moved in the opposite direction because it's breaking a fair value gap to the downside. Then I go, now it's changed. And you'll go, yeah, there's an SMT divergence there. And I go, oh, okay, good. Well, now I know. We take what I know, take what you know, and that's why we're an awesome team. A little bit of carrot. Look at that. He just loves a little nibble on the carrot. Let's head on up. Pay yourself. And if you say, Darren, I can't because I've only got one mini on this and I can't reduce it, then manage it from the back end. How do you manage it from the back end? Are you moving your fail-safe? Or is your fail-safe still sitting down here and you're just arbitrarily bringing up a stop loss into some random place? Or does it have specificity that says when this fair value gap fails on the downside, I'm out because now it's reversing and we've been in an optimum trade entry, so it's failing. Where's your fail-safe? You're working your upside, you're working the back end of your trail, and you're working your fail-safe. There's three principles that you want to be working all the time when you're trailing. No, I shouldn't say you should be, but things I like to think about is I've got to manage where I'm going, how I get there, and how to protect myself along the way. It's no different than rock climbing. You put your pitons in the rocks, you put your pieces in the rocks to provide, and then you climb. And then you always got that next piece you put up there. You put your fail-safe. And if that one gives way, you got your fail-safe down here. More carrot. I hope you guys paid yourself down there, man, because you're getting, your profits are getting demolished right now. How many people have thought that was going to run for those lows? And really it came into the rejection block. And it's another poignant lesson about rejection blocks. Pay yourself at rejection blocks, people. I kid you not. You're going to get beat up many, many times. And those who held on to that short up there, were like, I'm heading here. You overshot your PD arrays. Pay yourself along the way, whether it's here, 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 and you ran out your last 10% down here, and you said, like, I've only got 10% more I'm running on. If it breaks this high, that's the return. That's the failure, right? That's my fail-safe. Oh, we broke above it. Great. When we trade back into it, I'm getting this short out, and I'm going to put a long on there. That's really getting cocky then, right? But that's the fail-safe right there. That's where I can tell you that's that rejection block. That's where you're looking at that rejection block and saying, if I see a reversal happen right here, I'm going to take that and I'm going to bail out of my long or my short on that, and I'm going to go long. And we were talking about that before it formed, when it formed, and when to get in. And there's your 75% right on the money. Scale yourself out along the way. You're in optimum trade entry reversal now. So what are you looking for? And your stop loss goes like this. From here, boom. So you hit 50%, you break even. You hit 60%, you go right to 50%. You hit 70%, come right up to your 62, and you're out. And you collected all of that. Move to the sidelines and wait. Because if we get a reversal here, that same thing we're looking for here happens over here, then you go short. Then I say whatever SMT you were looking for, whatever that stuff you're looking for on the higher time frames that you're training your eye to see, and I have no problem with that. I think that's awesome that you do. Then I say, no, it's going to happen right here. If it happens right there, then I'm expecting a short from here in an optimum trade entry. Then the carrot will, then the carrot will go down in here. Fuck off. Carrot will go over here. Reprice, rebalance. Come back below. Come back inside this area here to go short. Watch this inversion here. Give way. That might be your fail-safe over here. If that side gives way, we close below it, come back into it, look for getting out of your long if you're using the trailing method versus the fib method. And okay, so those are not the methods. They're not methods that Michael teaches. They're just my ways of looking for how to protect your money. And you're welcome to use them. You're welcome to call them your own. I don't care. You can say you invented it. Doesn't bother me. It doesn't make me any more or less richer. Doesn't change my trading style. If you think it's yours, I'm cool with it. Good. Return back into rejection block. Now you want to find support that. You want to see this blow right through here. You don't want this to, if this is the reversal, if this is the reprice rebalance and we get a rollover here, then that's your entry for a short. You want to see it get through here, climb up on top of it, and the fail safe to fail for a short to continue up higher. If it doesn't, watch this area. So if you can say, well, it can go higher, it can go lower, then what do? You don't get in the trade. You wait. Because then you're just trying to nibble. You're a power trader. You just want to trade everything that you think you see, right? Wait for a clean setup. They're coming. They're coming. That's your silver bullet, man. I'll tell you, that's the short. I might even take that just for the sake of saying. I'm going to take it. I'll put that up here. See how it came right back up inside that reprice, rebalance, continue pushing down. Now we've taken out that low. I want to come back into here. I don't want to see it come back up in there again. I've got that pretty tight. Let's take a little bit of loss here. I'm going to go up to here. That's the fail safe. I don't want to see it get above that. If it does, then I'm out before my stop loss gets taken. Actually, we should just leave that up there and use the fail safe so you guys can see what the fail safe looks like if it doesn't work. What kind of coffee do I love? I'm not a super dark roast kind of guy. I got one of them fancy machines. But it's not running right now because it's driving me crazy because we have no real kitchen because we're still waiting for them to finish building it. We want to see this get below here now. That's the premium array. Where's the discount array? Down here. Inversion. I want to see it get much lower than that silver bullet. Yes, I know it's a silver bullet time. We got the silver bullet right here. I didn't take it. I got in really, really late, but that's the silver bullet right there. So remember I was telling you about 1010, 1012, 1016. Look at that. There's 9, 8, 1010 is your entry. So now we're back in here. 1013. If this fails, I want to show you the way that the failsafe hopefully protects you. This is here in case it just goes ripping right through me. It's some crazy ass news release that I'm not aware of or something, and it rips through me. You just want to see it tap this and get out of here. If this is just the next price leg up. So you got to keep in mind that this could be the next price leg to get you back up into here. And this is a fail, which is what I bet it's going to do. It feels like it's just going to start blowing right through me here. I think if it comes back into me, I'll take some profits. I'm going to move to the sidelines because I'm not sure how this is... $10. I'm going to wait. I don't like these probes coming back and forth here, so I'm going to wait. Better to wait on a perfect setup. Usually these swings occur above a high, and using these guys as the leverage for lower, then, you know, if it happens, great. But I'm going to wait because there's too much probing going on here. And I just, my mind is now saying this could be your next price leg up. So just kind of watch it. If it continues to work out, now if it takes this low, that's a scale out point for about 10 handles or something like that. If you got in here, 13 down to here, well, there's 20 handles right there in a few minutes. I think somebody posted, La Morita posted on the Telegram channel last night that little graph that shows, Michael says, just do 240 ticks, I think it is, or $240 for one handle, or one mini, I think he said one mini, and do that till Christmas and see what happens to your account. Set it as your weekly goal. So and see what happens to your account. And if you nibble little pieces out like this, just quick little low-hanging fruit, well, there's a little Jerry right there, you grabbed it quick, moved out. For me, I was on the wrong side, I didn't take my silver bullet entry. And this waffling back and forth, Michael loves, he doesn't mind because he's got tons of confidence and knows that we're aiming for a discount array inside here. I look for a premium array, and then I look for a discount array inside this, all this chop. I'd rather see something like this that I could play inside and go, okay, that's premium is up here, discounts down here. Yeah, they're clear objectives to reach for, versus all these candles that are just choppy, chop, chop. And this is my issue that I still deal with, is when to hang on to something, how long to hang on. So that was the short here. Those of you who are still in it, good for you. I guess I didn't answer your coffee question. Colombian, I do like a Colombian. I do like, I'm just a Costco guy, sorry. I don't have any exotic coffees. I'm not a huge coffee fan, but, you know, I don't mind them. I do like a nice latte, though. I do like a nice latte. Extra hot. Muy caliente, muy caliente. It's got to be super hot. I do like a super hot coffee. Like, burn my tongue. I always go in there and say, make it a hot coffee. I mean, like, so hot, I burn my tongue, and I say to you, damn, that's so hot. You burn my tongue. That's the kind of hot I want. And they always give me some lukewarm thing. That's really hot. No, it's not. If I can drink it in 5 minutes, it's not hot. There you go. There you go. I almost take it, the bullish. We have a bullish SMT. Do you see it? So bullish. Does that look like bullish that's happening to you now? So I wouldn't trust the SMT there right now. We had the setup that said we're bearish. We used reprice, rebalance as the entry to go short. And if you're not scaling out at these rejection blocks, you're denying yourself some profits, because we could still get a price leg up. I'm looking for that high there. So let's reverse engineer this. I do like a good reverse engineering idea. Let me just go here. Let me go back to here and put the old liner on. That will put us right there. So if we want to come up and just take out those highs, just in here like that, we can expect this rejection block right there. See that? If I come right to the bottom of that rejection block right there, or not rejection block, it is a rejection block, but it's also this inversion. It's a discount array. Remember I was talking about premium array, discount array. Here's your discount array right there. Does that hold price? Because if this is the next price leg up, oh, we shouldn't have put the carrot there. It was running for the carrot. And strangely enough, what's it returning to? Look at that. Run all the way back up, come back inside the inversion. Now you want to see it start reversing, coming back up here. If it continues to push down, there is your optimum trade entry. That's why you use your fib tool to get yourself out, because now you've had a break, a reverse in structure right here. You take for the reversal now at the area you're expecting price to do what Michael was talking about, that optimum trade entry. You get the optimum trade entry and you look for the reversal. Anytime from 50%, 62%, all the way up inside the optimum trade entry zone, you're looking for this reversal. When you see it, get out. So as soon as that happens there and you go, I'm out. Any longs I've got, that's another way you can manage your back end. You're either going to wait and just leave it and say, no, I'm not touching any of these, Darren. As soon as I see a reversal pattern form, now obviously when you start off with your trade, you're going to have to kind of manage it tighter until it starts to really let go on you. Then you kind of let it run, give it some legs. And as it runs, then you wait for this reversal. And as soon as that reversal happens, that short or long goes off, optimum trade entry, that short goes on. And if you weather all this doubt, self-doubt like I was doing, and talking yourself out of a trade, then you're rolling again. And if it breaks that low, you're looking, that's awesome. Now you broke a discount. Remember I was telling you yesterday about premium and discount ranges? If we have a premium array and a discount array, and we run up to a premium array, get on top of it, chances are we're going to obviously go much higher. If we get below the discount array, come back, find support at it, chances are we're going to run for the lows. So that price leg is no more. It was just simply a retracement into an optimum trade entry for a short. See how that failed right there? Body trades below it. If you entered in again there, here's your fail safe. Boop. Opportunity to get out right there. Still bearish. I will remain bearish until it pops up above here. Then I reserve the right to change my mind and say bullish. And then I'll say bullish to here, because I'm inside this range, and I go bull, bear. Bullish array, bearish array in terms of fair value gaps, right? Versus inversions. This is a reclaimed fair value gap. This is an inversion. Senior array. It provides a level of support. Mean threshold. Now start pushing through. Does that make sense to you guys? Thank you for all the information. Wow, it's UTC 4 now. I noticed it right now. UTC. What is UTC for? Nice, nice. We see you live today. The featured legend is on the screen. Future legend. That's sweet. Simo, yeah, when it's cold, can't drink it. Oh, I can't drink a cold coffee. Those iced coffees, sometimes they're good, but they're too sweet. Too sweet. I've actually used to put pure honey in my coffees, but now I don't. They really just make me go, I get this sugar rush and it knocks me out. I can eat one of my wife's cookies and she doesn't put a lot of sugar in it. I swear they're like, I said, this is like, I feel like Cinderella. You're just, or Sleeping Beauty, or the dark-haired chick in the dwarves girl, what, Snow White, dark-haired girl, and the dwarves, yeah, her. Anyway, like the apple. It's like, you're poisoning me. And I go to sleep for 20 minutes. They wake up and I go, what'd you put in those cookies? Sugar just, man, my brain just sends me to sleep. Which is kind of good, because a lot of times I have very intrusive thoughts from all the 30 years of my job popping into my head over and over. So this is a really nice distraction for me, and I appreciate you folks popping in and allowing me the opportunity to share this with you. So thank you. I sincerely mean that. Thank you. So we've come down into range again. Keep in mind, we have this set up as well. We have optimum trade entry, optimum trade entry reversal. See, 75% of that one. Look at this one, 75% here. Like array to like array. Now we're back inside this range. So we get on top of here, we're back in between these two again. Now look at this range. Or you can go from that high to that high, I don't care. It's the first swing point. So now see how we're coming back in here. Now I'm bullish because I'm above this discount array. So this is where you change your mind. You get into these consolidation markets. You go, now I'm bullish, now I'm bearish, now I'm bullish, now I'm bearish. Well, congratulations. Welcome to consolidation, my friends. You're going to be bullish and bearish over and over again. And that's why consolidations will beat you up. And there's a proper way to trade consolidations in my estimation on how to trade them. Depending on the size of them, you trade from premium to discount. And you look for those premium arrays and those discount arrays, and you aim for them. Then you roll over and you say, what new arrays am I creating? Is that in a discount in this range, or is it in a premium in that range? Am I looking for this order block? Do I want that order block to hold price right now? We have a reprice rebalance here. So do I want to see this hit that like that? Boom. And now it's driving through the mean threshold. See how it stopped on there? It's a reaction point. There's sensitivity levels, folks. See how it's just snapping off? Now if it runs through it, I'm okay with that. But I love the idea that it's sensitive there. It taps it, snaps back, and in this 1 minute candle right now, look at where we are. On the 1 second chart, that's just running down into a discount array to run back up into a premium array. So when you see it bouncing up and down like this, that's going from premium to discount at the 1 second chart. What we're looking at here in a 1 minute chart on an hour, this is looking at 1 second on a 1 minute. If that makes any sense to you. So you'll see that bopping up and down like this. That's because the 1 second chart's doing all that lower fractal stuff that Michael talks about all the time. Fair value gap forming. See how we just run back, tap the fair value gap, start pushing higher. You want to see it get through here, start running into here, and now we're going from discount array to premium array. So you want to see it come right up into this fair value gap above you. Now does that provide a level of support? If we get up on top of it, we're going higher again. So SMT, if you're SMT bullish, okay, I'm on your side again. So yeah, let's do bullish. I'm only inside this range here. I could change my mind. You're between these two. See how the body of the candles are respecting the mean threshold? Wicks come up. They do rejection block yet again. That little swing point, there's your high. That's your rejection block. See how we just tapped it? And now we're pulling away, coming back into the range again. Pay yourself at rejection blocks, people. Pay yourself. You deny yourself money, I tell you. I think Derek had a moment where he ran, well, the order block or the rejection block's his friend. Right now, see, right now you'd be like, damn, I got in off of, I don't know where you got in, but if you did get in again, off of way down here or whatever, and you're running back up and you said, I'm going for the highs. No, rejection block. Don't forget, pay yourself at rejection blocks. Now it's come back into this range, right? Order block right there. Is that in a discount range? Pull your fib tool. Have a look. There's 50% right on the money. Popped up. Now we're really getting into a deep one. So you want to see this one give way and start pushing through. This becomes the next price leg down. Watch there. See how we're driving through on one candle? We're driving through 1, 2, 3 PD arrays on one candle. If we close there now, below this point, your ass is next. As Michael would say. But look what it came down to. Rejection block in this range, like array to like array. See, there's another rejection block. So if it comes back into the range now, you'll go, oh my God, it's compressing, folks. It's compressing. And that was the range. You don't pull from there. You pull from the first swing point you see. You could come here. You could come there. If that one is already above the 70%, look for the next one. You're into the rejection block. I would take the rejection block, not just that wick, because that's the candle that makes the, it's an up close order block candle. So there's your swing point, rejection to rejection. Right there. Now it's come back up, tap that bottom of the fair value gap. What did it do? Boom. Finally ran down, took out the lows. See how I'm bullish? Oh, now I'm bearish. Come back in, find support, away you go. And look at this, right off this area here again. You draw that all the way through from there to there. You're still on that one. I don't want you to see me sitting here chewing on my fingers, so. I have to prune my fingers, otherwise I will chew on them. You get accused of stop chewing your fingers. So now that swing point has been hit. We've got a swing point. Now look for this to break above it, come back, find support, and start pushing through for higher prices. Now we're in this really compressing now, right? We've extended down below the range. Now the array has to go from, now we validated this one. You want to see this order block here and here. So now you're between this guy and this guy. And when it hits that one and that one, you got a discount array and a premium array. See that? I'll move this over here so it makes it a little clearer for you. That's a fair value gap down there. And this is a fair value gap up here. Inside the range, look for premium array, discount array, like array to like array. So we should see this going getting smaller and smaller till it busts out of here. That's where you're trading consolidations. That's why if you're pulling back, you're trading your 50%, 62% on that range. In here, if you're in a small range like this, and there's a lot of this crap in here, pull your fib tool, trade your 50%, 62, 70%, and then when you get down into your breaker, get out. Wait. Oh, we're coming back in the range again. Pull your fib tool, wait for your entry, get in, and start 50%, 62%. That's how you trade your consolidation, from my perspective, using a fib tool. I've looked at least 10 YouTube ICT traders, and no one is providing this kind of ICT detail with this kind of patience. You're a gem. Thanks, Christopher. That's very kind of you. Thank you. I spent a lot of years teaching EMS, hundreds of thousands of people in 30 years of teaching. First aid, St. John Ambulance. I've taught everything from first aid to advanced cardiac life support, pediatric advanced cardiac life support, basic trauma life support, first aid, you know, I've taught all those courses. And then I've taught hypnosis and NLP and that kind of stuff. So I love to teach. And I think it's just because I like to hear the sound of my own voice. Maybe that's what it is. See how we've returned back up into that premium array again? It's price action. It's price action, my friends. Now you're banging around saying, okay, I've got a premium array, because if I pull my fib tool in here now, see how it's compressing? Fib tool from here to here. There's 50%. You're getting up into the premium array order block. It is actually a breaker now. We want to see, now that breaker, it's got to be telling you something. Mean threshold, see that right here? Watch this. You've got the open, mean threshold, rejection block. There's the, see that? I love that. See it tippy tappy right off that? Do you see that? Tap right off the mean threshold. Snap back. It's trading discount array right now in the 1 minute, 1 second chart. Oh, look at that. Run it all the way back down there. So it's keying off of like arrays. So when I said it, we're between here and here, I'm not kidding. Now it's going to say, all right, now I've hit that array. I've run up, I've validated this, well, I validated this one here, and I came back into the mean threshold of it right there. So like array to like array, precision, precision. We validated this candle when we went above it. You came back down, tapped the mean threshold of it right there, and then you went, I'm going to go to a like array that's in the premium, and I hit it perfectly right there. Now you want to see this come back up, either drive through it into rejection, pay yourself. If it runs above, great. If not, it runs back into this range again. It can extend just a little bit, extend the range, and then back into another consolidation again. If we get an order block, this, and now if it runs a body above that and runs back into a breaker, find some support off of that, then start pushing for rejection block higher and continue pushing higher. So watch to see what happens here. We've got 1 second left. Where does it close? Not a body above there. I want to see a body go above that. Otherwise, we just extended the range like we did here. We extended the range below. So now it's saying, okay, I'll extend the range above. If I pull back into the range now, I'm playing in this consolidation, and we're getting close. It's not even lunchtime yet, but you can almost see how these consolidations start to form, right? Because now we're still inside this bigger range from here to here now, or this range from here to here, we're still inside that one. And if you're looking at from there to there, we are in the premium of this range. We're in the discount of the premium. Remember, we have a premium and a discount, 50-50. I'll show you here. If I do this. Remember, this is all fractal. Michael's talked about this before. Quarters. If this range, if this is the premium and this is the discount, I can be in the premium of the premium, and I can be in the discount of the premium. Right now I'm in the discount of the premium, so I can extend up into the premium of the premium and back into the discount of the premium and work my way back up. Or I can just go premium of the premium and then back into the discount of the premium until I work my way out and extend the range, or roll over and go back into the discount right here of that whole range and go back into the discount, because I got a discount array right here below 50% of the overall range. I'm not talking this guy now. Then you say, okay, I'm in the premium of the discount. Hopefully I'm not kind of throwing you off too much here, but you get the point. We're working those, and then there's subsections of those. The premium of the premium over the premium. When they start getting really small candles and you start getting into those 1 second charts and stuff, you're starting to get up into what am I working inside that mean threshold. Look at the mean threshold of this candle. Isn't it strange how it lines up with the premium or the equilibrium of that premium level? Is there mathematics involved in this, perhaps? Is there an algorithmic belief here, perhaps? See how we ran above it, came back, find support at it, keep pushing higher. We traded through the mean threshold of that candle, that breaker. We blew through it. Gives me more of a, now I'm bullish again. And I was bullish the moment it did this. Came back, tapped it. Let's turn the candle up here. This order block, you want to hold price, and that breaker now becomes a level of interest. Now for me, my breaker looks like this. I just wanted something big and bold with the word breaker on it, so I go like this. Breaker. Now I know that's a breaker. When I come back down into it, I want to find a level of support at it. I know where the mean threshold of that whole range is. Look at the order block itself, but I like the wick to wick. You give that enough play, and the wick actually brings you right back into the top of the premium array here. See how it came back to the breaker, hit it, and off we go. That's another entry. That's another, if anybody's into breaker trading, that's a breaker trade right there. Hopefully that helps. Now we're looking for this mean threshold to give way. See how we sat right on it? Pop down now. You want to see it keep coming for the carrot. Come on for the carrot. We're still looking up here. So you see how we've tracked. It has not thrown us off the horse. We saw the reversal. Then we look for the optimum trade entry, look for a reversal pattern to happen in here. I guess that could be a reprice, rebalance. Not really. Maybe. Michael would have to give you a full-on yes or no. If not, then we finally run those out. Look for this one as your reversal. Did not get back in there, but now we've got a body that trades above it. And we have a swing point below a low. There's your reversal. You don't come back into it. Take the second one. If a body trades above it, great. The second one, you probably didn't get in on that one too. But it's also a breaker. Off you go. But there's the reversal. We swing below the low right there. It tipped its hat to us right there that we're going to go longer. We're inside this range. And it really confirmed it for us when it broke through that breaker and found some support at it. Now you really know you're going long. You're running up to, look at that, right on your rejection block. Did you pay yourself up there? Because if that rolls over now and comes back into this range, you're going to be like, ah, darn, I should have paid myself again. Apparently a seek and destroy profile. Yes, indeed. Hi, who is Michael? What? What? You don't know who Michael is? Well, let me tell you who Michael is. Michael is a young feller they call a young feller. He's almost my age. He's in his 50s now. See that rejection block? That's scary when you see it go, a big candle coming back down. You go, oh, I should have paid myself there. Michael is the ICT. He's the inner circle trader. He's the ghost in the machine, whatever you want to call him. He has an entire mentorship on everything I'm showing you here. He's got an entire mentorship on how to recognize each one of these candles. You hear certain terminologies that I use. That's his terminology. He codified it. Don't pay for it by anybody else. It's here for free. Here you get to come in and utilize it. Here you get to see it put to use. And I try to show you on a minute-by-minute basis that this is an algorithm that runs this, not all that other stuff, all that fluff you hear in retail. No offense to you retail people, but it really is algorithmically driven. And you're seeing that right here on this 1 minute chart. We've been calling this for at least all morning here, and it hasn't shaken us off. The algorithm hasn't shaken us off. We're on the horse every minute. We're staying on the horse. Okay, and that's recognizing each candle and what it's doing. So Michael teaches you that. He's got a whole mentorship online for free. What we paid for back in the day, you get for free. You even get the charter member stuff for free. When he starts giving away all those trading models, we waited for years for that stuff to get put up there. You guys get it, like, it's just all handed out, and people just don't realize the absolute millionaire status he gave you by giving you that for free. And there's people out there that are stealing his stuff, calling it their own, discounting his stuff. You're seeing it here live. You're seeing it utilized live, and you see it proof that it works. All those naysayers, all those people that expecting Michael to, I don't care if Michael even wins the contest this year. If this doesn't prove to you that it works, and you need to see a spreadsheet or a balance sheet, then you're in the wrong place. You won't get that here. I'm not here to show you a balance sheet. I'm here to show you price action. If you can't see that and you want to see a spreadsheet on how much money I have in my bank account to prove to you that you're worthy enough to come and sit and watch me, have a nice day. Not interested. You're here for price action, not for my bank account. If this isn't proof and you need other proof, go somewhere else. There's plenty of people out there. Yeah, so to answer your question, ICT, go to ICT on YouTube and study his core materials or his 2022 mentorship. I'm old school. Start from the beginning and put your time in. It's going to take you years. but you've got a safe place to come. You've got a safe place to come. If it's going to take you years, stick around, folks. I'm going to be here. I'm going to help you out. You study it, you come here, you apply it, you have questions, ask. I've got a whole community of people here that are willing to help you out. There's some awesome, awesome people in here. I'm so grateful for you guys who are here to help out. You got the bug, and I like that. The hug bug, whatever you want to call it. You like to help people, man. You want to hold people, you want to support people, and you want to make a difference. And that's why we're here. That's what I'm building this whole community for. Showing you how it works and giving you an opportunity. Those of you who are just starting out, don't feel like you've got to copy every trade. That's going to feed you for a day. It's not really going to do anything for you for getting your skill set up. Take your time, trade and demo till you get your comfort zone sorted out. And if you pop in on the evening sometimes, like David and I did, I really enjoyed that one last night in Bitcoin. And we just sat there trading and say, okay, watch this, look for this. And then we were just drawing charts and kept emailing them or texting each other in the Telegram chat. And we know he's actually applying what he's learning. And he's seeing it applied. And it's so exciting to be on the receiving end of it, to watch somebody get that excited about seeing it and the light bulbs going on, and they just like, yeah, I see that. I'm in on that part. Yeah, that makes sense. Here's how to do the fail-safe. And he's following through it. So go study his stuff, come back and apply it here. And as you're learning it, come in here and watch how it's being applied every day. And it'll help you be a lot more clear. This is what Michael was doing for us back when in 2016. Now, I'm not saying I'm Michael by any stretch, not even close. But at least you have somebody to come to that shows you minute by minute. If there's somebody else out there doing the same thing, and you want to go to them. Tanya Trades, she's awesome. Tanya Trades is good. My buddy over in Hydra there. Hydra also has a channel. You can check out his stuff as well. I'm all for supporting people who do it live. It takes a lot of nerve to try and trade this live and fail in front of people, and you'll see me fail. You'll see me bail out of a trade, and I missed a great opportunity to stay in long. If you guys have got the cojones, or the huevos, as my Spanish friends would say, to stay in it, good for you. Manage it. I got to overcome a lot of stuff that I did wrong when I first started. I went straight live. So that debate we were having with that fella the other day was getting under my skin, because I was like, no, I know that going live too soon will destroy you, and then you got to deal with all the psychological stuff years later trying to overcome that. Michael wasn't kidding when he said stay in your demo account till you feel comfortable. I jumped in within a month, and I was blowing tens of thousands of bucks, money I couldn't afford to lose. I was gambling it on what I thought was right. So I've paid for my course, my knowledge. I've literally paid for it, not in demo dollars, in real dollars. So now I'm paying for it in psychological stuff too, because you'll see me many times get out of a trade and not stay in it. So I'm trying to overcome that still. So you get to that's my transparency anyway. Anyway, what do we got going on over here? Who's Michael? The price delivery today is the macro begins. The macro begins. In the next minute, watch it run higher. Let's put this carrot up here, give it some motivation. Come on. Macro move to those highs. The price delivery today is not good for me to be involved. That's fine, Zach. It's nice to know that you have your limits, right? You have your limits. But as you see, this isn't shaking us off. We've been on this. As soon as it starts to reverse, we'll go bullish, we'll go bearish. We see this horse is not shaking us off today. It's bucking around here trying to flip us off. Ain't happening. We're still on it. We're still on it. So I respect the fact, Zach, that you say, hey, this isn't comfortable for me. I'm out of here. I'm waiting. I'm going to move to the sidelines till it's a little cleaner. Excellent. Discipline. Good for you. Simo, I get in quick. I pay myself only $45. Hey, $45 pays for a coffee, my friend. Buys a coffee for your wife. Buy some carrots for your kids. Good for the eyes. Christopher, so an order block is just another side of the rejection block. It's the other side of rejection block. Yeah. No. No, not really. Sorry. An order block, there's a lot to an order block. And you'll hear Michael tell you that an order block can be many things, and where the candles move, what it does at specific levels, determines whether that order block, like right now, that's an order block. It's been validated below, that becomes an order block. It's just a plain old pawn. If you're looking at a chess piece, it's a simple pawn right now, and it has three specific arrays. The bottom, which is the same one in this case, the open, and the mean threshold. So that's the only three things that it's got working for it right now. And it's obviously got, if it's part of a swing point, then it's, if it's the highest body candle, it's the part of the rejection block. Otherwise, it's sitting here all by itself. So until it breaks this low here, it's a basic pawn against a breaker, because this is the last down close candle before a run above this high. So it's pawn versus breaker. Queen versus pawn, if you're looking at it from a chess piece. If we lose this piece, then you start to think, okay, we have more downside, because that's a strong, that should be a strong level. We should start pushing through here. And because you're in a consolidation, you wait and see. We could come all the way down to a rejection block again, which is this breaker again, old high. See that last up close candle before this run? It's a parent breaker of that whole run all the way down, but it would be mitigation if we didn't take out. We've got this swing here, we've got this swing here. So it's more like a mitigation block, ideally. I like it as a parent breaker, but we'll call it a mitigation block for the pure definition of it all. So now we've run that out. So you're thinking, where in my discount do I want to start running for? So now I've got this swing point that happens here. Pull your fib tool from the swing. Here's your breaker. Pull your breaker over. We got a fair value gap. Swing point there and there. So your fibby tool. There's 50% discount array. If we blow through this area, look for this fair value gap, and does this breaker hold price? Because if we start to look at these little inversions that start to give way, find some support at them, then we've got a reversal pattern occurring here. And all we did was go all the way up into, oh, we didn't quite get rejection block again. We did get this rejection block, we just did not get that one. We're so short on it, which tells me, are we actually going to take another little run up there? These equal highs, I don't think they're going to leave them untouched. See, just a relatively small candle today, a range that we're in, you were able to trade that multiple times for a swing high, a swing low, a swing high, and a swing low. You got 4 different places you could have entered in that in the last hour. And they're logical, they're clean, or relatively clean. Your fail-safe would have protected you. That one would have been just a dandy squeeze, staring the bear down, and then all of a sudden it ran off on you. That would have been a fun one had you been staring that one down. And the spread wouldn't have taken you out, by the way. We checked that already. So you need to see a body trade below this inversion here for this to start getting lower. If this just goes here, it's bouncing off this breaker. It's in the mean threshold of the breaker. See that? Baff. Now you want to see it start climbing back up into this guy and start climbing above it. You want to see this one get validated. So now this is when I talked about padding. You know, say I like to get a bit of padding between me and my trade. So that's your first spot off of there. So you want to get above this. That would be my first bit of padding. Get through that. That's the second bit of padding. And then you start cleaning that higher out. Then it just tells me that I've got a much more solid entry. So I look for the padding right there. Just got validated. So that is a little bit more padding between me and my swing. So then what I do is I take my stop loss if I was in on that, and I go rip, and I'd rip it right up to there, because I wouldn't want to see it revisit, because that means it has to rip all the way through this again, dig all the way down to the breaker. I wouldn't want that mean threshold. If this gives way, if you're in a quick trade, even if you did get back in here at the mean threshold at the high, and you scale out some there because you're in a small range, and it's 10 or 15 handles. Take a piece for yourself, move to break even, and wait for rejection. Because now we've got return back order block, validated, got above it, come back, found support at it. See that? Right on the money. Come back through it. Now you want to see this give way, pushing a rejection and go higher. Minute by minute candles, we're watching them play out with precision. You're seeing them play out. So if this comes back into this order, the open here, filling that little bull candle on this side here, right to the mean threshold. It can even come right back into that old high one more time. Not that I want it to, but I'd like to see this mean threshold hold price and start pushing higher, because you're really between these two candles right now. You're inside this small little range here to here. Mean threshold is holding. Mean threshold got to hold. This has got to be the stronger of the two. Who's wrestling? Who's giving it up? You're in a consolidation. Did you take your piece out there? Because right now you're getting squeezed. And you're like, oh, damn it. I could have taken another 10 handles out, because you're in a small range. So you're going to know how to trade your ranges and not overshoot. If you start lifting your eyes up too high, you go, whoa. That's not where I'm up there yet. I have no reason to get up there yet. I'm inside this thing. I got to trade inside that. If I'm in it, you better trade it quick. Otherwise, it's coming back to get you, bite you in the ass. And you could have got a piece off right at that mean threshold, because that's the range you're in. That was the padding we're looking for. Stop loss is right there. I take out a piece there. I paid myself. If it comes back and takes me out right there, I don't care. I paid myself. And it may not have taken you out there. What's the low of that? 1875, 1925. That's 50. That might have tapped you. So you look at that fair value gap right there, and you want to see a body trade below it. That's the dip in changing my direction. This provided a level of support, which is a breaker. That breaker found some support at it. This is a mitigation block if you compare the two. In other words, this last down close candle did not take a run above an old high, so that order block now becomes a mitigation block because it did not take out the previous high. This last up close candle took out this low, so that makes that a breaker. Breaker against mitigation, who's going to win? Breaker supports, mitigation gets taken. Now I want to see this give way here. Hopefully you understand what's going on inside that little piece there. And we could be inside this little consolidated area banging off of this breaker down here. So that would be like breaker to breaker. So you look at that one and you're looking at that one as levels of support. And you want to see this, if you want to get short, you want to see that level get fully taken on a down candle, come back up. Ideally, it would be nice to see this get taken right out, come back inside it, get some support, roll over and come back down. Now the moment we break that low, what does this become? What's that become now? Is it mitigation? Is it just a basic order block? Is it mitigation, breaker, regular order block? Is it a propulsion candle? Is it a vacuum candle? What is it? Right in the side there. Tell me what that is. Um, I understand order blocks, but but what's the logic behind it? Like what's going on in these areas as soon as they get made on the chart? Like what's really happens there? Yeah, that's the part where you got to study his ICT course there, Julian. Once you understand that, you'll understand why these things turn into what they turn into, and why I'm calling them what I'm calling them, and why I'm expecting support to happen at those levels. You're asking a very broad question right there, a bunch of questions about why it's doing that. There are so many reasons for that. I'd be spending months and years explaining them to you like Michael did to explain them to me. Study his material if you haven't already done it. Making a joke maybe. Who is Michael? Good question. Well, if you guys don't know who Michael is and you're coming to this and you're probably seeing some magic here. This stuff probably seems like it's like, how does he know this stuff? Because of ICT. Michael J Huddleston. Go study his material. Come back here. You'll get as good as I am, even better. I hope you get better than me at this. That you just call every candle like this. You see it happening. You see where it's going. And believe me, if you see this happening on a 1 minute chart, it will become so much easier for you on any other chart that you trade. Any other setup that you have, you'll be able to see it so much more clearer now for what it's aiming for. And you'll get it, you put that on a daily chart and you get a daily bias now. Wow. We're talking some serious, you take a daily bias and you look for that swing point that we're looking for at that specific daily bias that you have, and you've got a whole day, not just trading an hour or this 1 minute from the one fair value gap to the next. You're going, forget that. I don't care what it does. I put my trade on now. I found my swing point, and on a 1 minute chart at a precise time at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm anticipating it's going to go down lower. I'm putting my trade on. I walk away from it. That way I don't influence it. As soon as it moves into break even, I'm going to move my break even there and let it buck for the rest of the day. I'm going to go out and enjoy my family. Go out and enjoy your friends. Don't linger in charts all day long. You'll be stuck. You'll be a slave to this stuff. You don't want to. Eventually, you want to get to the point where you see this so clear that you just wait for that entry to come. It's there. You're in. You wait, sitting on for another 10, 15 minutes, half an hour. Good. Now it's moved past my fail-safe point. I'm going to put my fail-safe right there, and I'm out. I'm going to go off. Okay, honey, let's go. Okay, kids, let's go out and play. Get the ball. Let's go play. Spend time with your family. Sit in front of this damn thing. I'm here because I'm waiting for my wife to retire, and I'm recovering from a traumatic end to my career. On YouTube, look up ICT, over 300 videos of pure content. You got it, Cheryl. You got it. Pure millionaire status. But you got to put the time in. Study it. You got an opportunity to be here with traders who are charter members. Not just myself. There's a lot of charter members on here. And on our Telegram channel, there's a lot of very smart people that are smarter than I am that can help you with this stuff. So learn it. You come into all these people who can mentor you and help you. That's the community, man. That's what I want to help build here. You get all these smart people. Henry Ford didn't build a car because he knew how to build a car. He knew how to get the right people together. He knew how to build he had the assembly line idea, and he got smart people that built it all for him. But he had the vision. Go study it, learn it. We've got lots of people in here that can help you. But don't think you're going to just sit here and copy trades. You can. You're not doing yourself any favors. I'm going to take a week off soon and just give myself a break. At the end of the month, I'm going to give myself a break, take a week off, finish the rest of my kitchen, and then I'll come back in after the first week of April, and we'll play some more. You got to give yourself a break, give yourself some time, learn it. Learn it. Forget everybody else. Just learn his stuff. Don't waste your time with anything else. That's just my belief, for what it's worth. Addy, thank you, sir. Addy, for your lesson. Really appreciate it. Addy, you're very welcome. Thank you. Cheryl, please like this video so I can continue to trend. So I can continue to trend. Oh, Cheryl. I want to just give you a little hug. Thank you. Honestly, what are you doing? Honestly, what you are doing is awesome. Trader's Luck. Thank you, Trader's Luck. If I can help you out in any way, genuinely, I'm here to help you. Fernando Tarazona. I love that name. Fernando Tarazano. Fernando. I love that name. He retracted his message. Adi. Can we look for sell if we have market maker sell? Yeah, what's your setup for a market maker sell? This is consolidating. See that? All we're doing is just staying inside this breaker. We just keep coming back to the breaker, extend the range a little bit, come back into the range. So you're really between here and here, that range. So you're looking at that order block there. See how the mean threshold is holding price? And then you come back into that range there. So you got premium, discount. Premium array, discount array, consolidation, CAM1 model. Stop loss goes here. If it comes down to more than 50% of the CAM model, below that low, fail safe, get out before your stop gets taken, if you don't get run right away. My CAM model people, how many CAM model people have I got in here? Consolidation, break down below consolidation, come back inside. CAM model 1, CAM model 2, you got squeezed and you're still in. So your CAM model entries, both CAM 1 and 2, are good to go there. Consolidation, break above consolidation, CAM model 1, all the way from top to the body. CAM model 1, you don't get a CAM model 2 in here, but you do get a CAM model 1 for a run above. And you run for the premium array in the range you're in. So you've had multiple entries on reversals, and you've had CAM model entries as well. In 1 hour, you've probably had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've had at least 7 entries in the last hour and a half. All of them could have paid you dividends in both directions. Even though the markets are crappy, you could have paid yourself in both directions using our fail-safe model and the CAM entry reversal pattern model. And then if you take all of the potential 1, 2, 3 entry points, you take those and times them by 3, you've got 21 potential entries that you could have taken this morning. And all of them would have paid you with a fail-safe that saved you before your stop loss was taken. See how we've now run above, come back, finding support at that breaker high now. We're into the discount array. Like if you pull the fib tool here, pull your fib tool from high to low, watch the 50% get taken. Look at that. boop, just pop down into your 50%, probably dropped into a 62%. 62%, look at that, right on the money. Right on top of the large down close candle. All these little candles are inside this guy here. So take the bigger one, return to that high. It's also the 62%. Now you want to see that just start leaving. You want to see that stay open and go. If it doesn't, then you're coming back into a CAM 1 model entry. Not that you would take it, don't take it. Unless you want to try and get from here and just grab that first order block you see up top there. And just grab 10 handles. 21 to 31, yeah, that's 10 handles. Just remember your stop loss will be 21. It's almost 10 handles just in a stop loss. It's like 7 or something like that. 92 people watching? What the heck? My kitchen is full. Let's all move to the living room. We got 100 people in here. We almost got 3 digits. The day we get 300 or 100 people, raise the roof! Raise the roof! 92 people. Welcome, 92 people out there. That's like stuffing my house full of people. We're all watching the screen, watching the big game. We're all watching the big game together. Footy. Watching footy. Me and my friend Terry, we're over at Terry's place in Brighton. Gonna watch some footy. There's your consolidation. So watch it react off this consolidation here. Come back up into that order block above you, or this low right here. There's the low. Small little pop up. Start pushing higher. If not, you're between here and here. Small little range. Keep pushing. Keep coming. Back up. Fill that candle on that side. Full fill right there. Let me just make this a little bigger so you guys can see it. You don't want to see it rolling back down. Mean threshold for a CAM 2. Stop losses here. Watch this body. If this trades below this, there's your fail safe right there. If a body trades below it, pops back up into it, get out. See, it's come back into it one more time. Dug into the bodies now. We hit the top of them. Now we hit the bodies. We run back up. Come on, get up in there. Give us a premium. Those of you who get really stressed out over your trades, start with this. Start with imagining you've put a trade on here. See it clear in your mind. Want to do hypnosis with people, this is what you try to do. If you want to revivify something, the best way to have an experience, see, we finally hit it now. That's your CAM 1 model. You got a CAM 1 model out of that. And see how they work. They're just so... There's another setup right there with precision. If you took the high, that was your drawdown right there. And you just ran back up into order block. We said that you wanted to get 10 handles out of that. There's 19 to... There's 14 handles. Inside a consolidation. Your stop loss was sitting here 7 handles away. So you double down. You have an R2 right there in 2 minutes. So anyway, in hypnosis or NLP, we like to, if you want to try and create something powerful, the best way to have a powerful experience is to obviously experience it and to be aware that you're experiencing a high. Like if you win the lottery right now, you feel this rush, right? Grab a hold of your ear. Anchor that feeling. That's how we create physical anchors. You anchor that feeling, or you go, yes, or you just go, you pound your chest, and you see Tony Robbins pound his chest. You'll see Celine Dion. She hits her chest and she lets it go, right? She gets power from a little tap on her body. They'll do a physical thing. You'll see football players or fighters or something. They'll go through a ritual. That ritual is an empowering ritual for them, and it gets them all fired up, right? You'll see them go, and they'll hit their face, and they're just, because that's the intensity that they bring forward, and their mind and their body react. So the best way to live it is to actually experience it. The second way is to revivify an old experience. So either you're experiencing it now, feeling it, the intensity, an old experience that you had that you just revivify. What did you see? What is the sounds that you heard? What is the thoughts that you felt? What was the physical reaction? Put yourself in that, see what you saw, hear what you heard, and feel what you felt at that particular time. And then the last and most weakest way is to actually create something that you've never had before, which is imagine. And now the whole thing is the submodalities to build that. So when you guys are looking for trading, if you're just starting off and you're super nervous about trading, so picture yourself putting that trade in there now and see it. Try to make it as real as you can. See, my stop loss is right here. I'm imagining my stop loss is here. My entry is right off that mean threshold of this order block. And I want to go long. I want to pay myself right at this high right here. I just want to take some money and pay myself. So right here comes up. And I just want to picture that. So my stop loss is here. As soon as I get through the mean threshold of that candle, I can slam that right up against break even. So I've got it protected. If it comes back against me, I don't care. If I get this, I'm going to pay myself right at that high right there. And try to picture what that would feel like with that success, knowing that this is a zero stress trade right now. See it? And try to have zero emotion. Don't go, yes, I got it. If it comes back against you, I'm zero stress. Stay in zero stress. I entered in there. As soon as it breaks the mean threshold of that candle, I'm in. I'm slammed up tight because now I don't want to lose it. I am in such a tight consolidation here right now. I don't even want to risk anything. I risked this to get that. It was a 1-for-1. The moment I hit the threshold, whammo. I'll sit here. And if it comes back and takes me out, I don't care. It didn't cost me anything. Maybe the cost of the trade, a couple of bucks. There, I'm out. Didn't get it. Oh well. I knew what I was aiming for. If I didn't get it, I would still break even. If it comes back against me, I didn't want it to come back and revisit this mean threshold again. That was my reason for it. Otherwise, we're consolidating. We're between this candle and this candle. So, of course, I'm stuck. I'm just thinking now I just want to see if it reaches for a rejection block so I can capitalize on both sides of this really tight little range. As you can see, they're trying to probe up, probe down. You're stuck in the middle of it, right? So you try to make it as clear as you can imagining it. Then you take your demo account, you put it on there, and you actually put some digits into the game, some visual stuff. So you try to create it in your mind, put it on here, and don't get, if you find yourself getting emotional, write it down in your journal. I'm finding myself thinking about what are the kind of things I think about. What if I'm wrong? I'm wrong. Self-talk. What's the self-talk you're giving yourself? If it's negative, it will not feed you. It will not feed you. You'll just get eaten alive here in the markets. So you see this is the same thing in reverse. This one here, mean threshold. If you entered in there, you said I'm aiming for the rejection block. So you could go in either direction. You got this one down here instead of that one up there. Cool. Price action. Neat. Now look for the upside. I want to see this guy give way though. Otherwise it's just going to come up, tap him, roll over, and come down some more. Give way on him, and then look for that rejection block. Like array, to like array, discount, premium, inside a very tight range. If that holds, then roll over it, go for these equal lows, and start digging down into these this consolidation again. See how it holds? Right on the body. See how we're digging into this breaker now? We're hanging way too much time in here. It's compressing. We're literally stuck between these two candles now. We've already traded below the mean threshold of that one, so there's more weakness. Let me answer some of these questions. I don't usually have this many questions ripping through here. For your lesson, really appreciate it. Please like this. Honestly, what are you doing is awesome. Fernando, can we look for the sell if we have and if we have displacement? Don't you trade Forex? I mean, currency pairs sometimes? Yes, I do. Yeah, I went over that this morning. Let's look at some for you if you want. This was the day we're expecting further downside. Remember, we're looking for more upside in the American dollar. So let's look for where that would have happened this morning on the 1 hour 50. Let's look for the 1 minute this morning at 10 o'clock. 9:45. There's the run up. Consolidation, run above, come down below consolidation, come back into CAM Model 1. That's CAM Model 1, Model 2, Model 3 that takes out the high at 11 o'clock. And then we have the retracement. Remember I was telling you about 11 o'clock? You tend to get a retracement back into 50 to 62% of the range created from 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. That's the retracement you're looking for right at 11 o'clock. In any asset class, look for this 11 o'clock to take out that high. Run down. You got your CAM 1 model entry here. You're running for lower prices. Now, if this high gets this consolidation gets taken out to the upside, you find some support at that. Look for further upside run above this old high here, and then back into this range here. If not, continuation on the downside, looking for a run back into here. There's not a hell of a lot in terms of fun stuff here. Here's a good example of, here's a reversal. See that right there? Body trades below it. You get back up to it. What are you trading to? Where's your first area of taking profits? Rejection block. Old low. You may go, that's not worth it for me. I'm telling you, that's where you move your stop loss to break even. If you get a chance to go back in again, you go back in again. If it fails for you, and we'll see where it fails. Well, we had a body trading above here. Right there. You see that body? It trades above. And as soon as that opens, if it starts to trade back up again, you're out before your stop loss gets taken. You took a winner here. You took a loser right there. A little tiny piece of, because it changed directions. It was still going higher to take out these highs. It took out the highs. And there's a little fair value gap right in here. Oh, let me make this bigger for you so you can see this. Okay. You see that right there? There's the reversal. And what time is it happening? Look at the bottom here, 11 o'clock. 58. Boom. We run a body that gets below that right there. And you'd never get an opportunity to get back on again. But if you're looking at 11 o'clock, looking for a reversal back into that range again that's created between here and here, look for 50% of that. Here's a positive versus a negative here. 50%. See that? I talked about this yesterday. Talked about this quite a few times in the past about 11 o'clock, taking a run back on the time between 9:30's open, 10 o'clock, and 10 to 11. So here's your consolidation. Body breaks down below consolidation, returning to CAM 1 model. You're going short. For 50%, pay yourself at 62%, pay yourself at 70%. Optimum trade entry. You just start trading here because it can go to 62 and turn around and starts booking it back up again. So there's a model there in GBP. And that's the same kind of thing that happens in all time frames, all charts, all asset classes. You'll see these kind of models appearing over and over again. Does that make sense? So I hope that one helps you there, Guatam channel. S. Wales, Darren, like always, thank you for your time today. My pleasure, my friend, my pleasure. Been here for a little over a month, and I've sat in a lot of trading rooms over the years, and this is the best one by far. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Thank you. Mohammed, we have a 5-minute fair value gap as well. See the volume imbalance on the 5-minute below. That was probably a while ago, so 18,093 should go there. 18,093. See this? We have a high taken out. There's your reversal. You come back inside it right here. There. Stop loss is here. You break down. As soon as we take that low out, you move to break even. You take out their low here. Good. We want to see this one get taken out on the downside. It does. Comes back inside, finds some support, and continues heading for downside. You see that reversal? As soon as you take out a high, look for this. Another set. We're into 11 o'clock too. Look at that. 11 o'clock. Do we get that setup happening at 11 o'clock? Am I looking for it at 11 o'clock? Yes, I am. So yes, good call. I confirm that this ends your search. I confirm that this ends your search. Not sure what you mean by that, Terry, but okay. Fernando, good morning. You have a great method for teaching. Fernando, thank you, my friend. Christopher, is your Telegram channel open to join? It certainly is, my friend. Look straight up. Wait. Oh, looks like I froze there. Look straight up on the channel and you'll see, yeah, look up over here in my bio section, over there somewhere. The in the description above, you'll see the links in the channel. Just click the links and you'll see in there Telegram. Join it, and people will welcome you to the community. And on my hours where I'm off and I'm not doing anything, I will pop in there and have a chat with people. And if I've got some spare time, I'll answer questions, or I'll say, oh, look, I see a setup here. I'll post a picture on there. You get to see me trading stuff after hours, so you don't get to see it live here, but you get to sometimes spend one-on-one time with me in there, if that makes any difference to you. But you can find me in there, and I like to kind of, if you've got an idea about something, you're pointing it out, or you're trying to test a theory, or you're studying some of Michael's stuff and you want answers, that's a great place to go, because if I can't answer to you, I got some awesome people in there that know what they're doing, that know how to find that. Christopher, is your Telegram open? Hey D, now that you said that, I won't be with you till next month, heading off to Spain. You'll be in Hawaii, but thanks for everything. Go do the underwater scooter, you'll love it. Oh, abs, I'm with you, buddy. I can't wait to go to Spain. Ooh, I'm going to go to Spain. I can't wait to go to Spain too. So you have to let me know how good it is over there, how much fun you had. I've been into Mallorca when I was a kid. I've probably told you the story before, where I was probably 4 or 5 years old. I still remember going out of the water and I stepped on something, whether it was a crab or a stingray. You step on lots of stingrays. They don't actually sting you. And I jumped out of the water and I ran across the top of the water and made my brother go back in and get my fins, because I was snorkeling at the time, or trying to learn how to snorkel. I made my brother I thought there were sharks in the water. Anyway, yeah. Sismon and Cheryl, welcome to the ThetaWaveTrader on Telegram. I just saw you signed in there, so I'm glad you're there. Welcome. And Abs, have a great time over there, man. We're going to talk about our stories when we come back. I'm going to try and do some little reels, and I'll pop them on the community tab here, just so you can start to see that there's more to life than just trading, that you can help people out, you do nice things for people, and you can enjoy your life. You can enjoy the life you deserve and the life that you're meant to have, not the life of servitude and the life of being chasing the dollar bills. There's so much more you can do with your life when you get things like this under control. I applied your teaching from yesterday on a demo, and I'm up $250. Terry, you go, my brother. You go, brother. Big barbecue. Yeah. Well, I'm happy for you, Terry. Like, that's good for you, my mate. Good for you. Henry, favorite HLH team? NHL team. Oh, what's my favorite NHL team? I'd have to say the Winnipeg Jets right now, because that's where I was originally from when I came over from England. We went straight to Winnipeg. And Usman, welcome to the Telegram channel. I saw you just signed on there. Good for you. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, it would have to be Winnipeg Jets. They're doing really well today, and I really want them to win. I want them to win the cup one day. I really do. Those guys have... Winnipeg's had a rough time with their hockey team. They lost it once, and... Oh, look at this. We're finally getting back up there. This swing point, are you paying yourself at these lows? Order blocks, old highs. You got to keep all these things into consideration. You can't just go, I'm aiming for down here. It's a swing point, so I'm expecting it to go all the way down to the bottom again. You got to pay yourself at these levels, folks. If you're in a 1 minute chart, that's the kind of thing. If you're in a daily chart, you're catching some serious waves down here. In a 1 minute chart, you really got to pay yourself a discount or raise. So I'd say Winnipeg Jets. Though I don't watch hockey a lot, I'm not a big hockey fan. And Arsenal's my football team. Even though I'm from Pompey, from Portsmouth, play up Pompey, I'm a bit of more of an Arsenal fan. When I was a kid, I was given a cup, an Arsenal cup. It had a cannon on it. I was like, oh, I like the cannons. I think I'm going to be an Arsenal fan. So I was an Arsenal fan. But I do like Wrexham. Just because, we got a Canadian guy who's a part owner of the team. So I love Wrexham. I love that whole idea of Wrexham. I love what those guys are doing with that team. I love what they're doing for the town. I love that they're helping people over there. Man, Ryan Reynolds, I just love what he's doing. I would have been in my element being able to participate in something like what he's doing over there with McElhenney. I think it's awesome. Awesome. It totally tweaks my love of humanity, totally tweaks my do things for people, help out, make a difference. I love it. So I'm a full-on Wrexham fan, but Arsenal's my team. Creating an anchor. And yes, there's so many ways to create anchors. I could get into lectures on creating anchors. I've taught how to make an anchor, how to create an anchor for yourself. Positive moment. If you guys get a win, create an anchor. Create a physical focus anchor. You want to get the theta wave mindset, my friends. Theta wave is not a person. Theta wave is a mindset. You want to get into a mindset where your trades are very flat. You have precision. You have a perfect entry, or you have a good entry. You have a nice safe stop loss, or a reasonable 1%, 2% of your account stop loss. You've got a fail safe. You must have a fail safe, and you've got a direction. You either manage it from the back end or the front end, whatever way you manage your trade from there. And then once you move into a profitability and you see that your fail safe is safe now, you get to move it higher, slam your stop loss off, and take your stress away. And now you get to be a stress-free trader, because getting this sorted out is the majority of what's going to make you a great trader. Getting into that theta wave mindset, hence the community, Theta Wave. the theta wave. I was thinking we got a 500 people. That's like a village. Welcome to the Theta Wave Village. Welcome to Theta Village. When do you get to Theta City? Theta Metropolis. Theta World. It's not a cult. It's just a mindset. That's all it is. And it's all your own. You can come and go as you please. No one's telling you to stay. Another great day. Darren, wishing the best for you and your family. Oh, Hans, thank you. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you. Simon, talk to us about back testing, motivation, steps. Ooh, Simon, you get me on a tangent. I'm gonna rant. I'm gonna tell you all the things I think is gonna really help you, but they're just mine. And I don't want to ever tell somebody to do something I'm not ever trying to tell you to do something. I just merely make suggestions. And if I insult any of you, I really don't mean to. No, my intention is for the best for you. And I know there's lots of cultures in here, lots of belief, lots of religion. There's lots of people in here that have a very strong mindset about things. I'm all for supporting you 100%. But I have my mindset. I have my things the way I like to do it. Doesn't mean it's going to be your way, but my intention, understand my intention is always for the best for you. I never mean to insult any of you. If I give you a nickname and it bothers you, by all means tell me. I like to give people nicknames. Like you'll see me give Lambo, Sir Derek, Abs. I give them nicknames. If you've been here for a while and I see you popping in all the time, you'll get a nickname. And it's just a way for me to remember. It's just a playful way for me to remember. So if you want me to give you my ideas on motivation and that kind of stuff, then I'm happy to do so. Back testing. Ooh, I've got a technique. I'm going to show you how to test and practice on days when the markets are closed. I'll show you. Remind me about that. I'll share that with you guys. It's what I used to do for practicing all the time. Now that I'm into crypto trading on the weekend, it's a live chart, so I can play in it all the time. So I just get a demo account and practice. I'm still working on that demo account for that leap. I'm up to 90% in it now. Not that it really makes a difference, but I've never really doubled an account that fast before. I try to do it like on a logical step-by-step basis. I try to treat it like it's a real account. But I'm really leveraging a little harder, but I'm really counting on my entries. So I'm trying to see if I can double that account in a month. I'm up to 90% and it's only been 2 weeks. So not too bad. So remind me about that and I'll share my back test with you before I go. I've got to go in 10 minutes. So I might share it with you guys this afternoon. I might pop back on. I've just got to run down the road. I can either run away for 20 minutes and come back. You guys decide. I've got to drive this machine back to the place by 10 o'clock, and it's 22 right now. It's about 10 minutes away. So I can either leave the show on. You guys can just watch a blank screen for a bit, or I can come back in after lunch at 1 o'clock. It's up to you guys. How do you address your issues after journaling them if they are emotional issues? Oh, Julian, there's so much that you need to... oh, look, here's a reversal. You see the reversal up there? You see it? You see it? You see it? And where did it go? Ooh, where's my carrot? Did we get the carrot? Look here, folks. Look. The carrot. It hit the carrot, the mean threshold. Oh, yes. And now with the setup. From early this morning, we were calling this up here. We were denied. And now we finally got it. Yes. And we have the setup occurring at the same time. Oh, love it. It's so delicious. So let's do this. Let's go. Boomer. What the hell? Let's throw one in the middle here too. We'll put all the stop losses up here. And this is just demo balling. We're just playing. If you guys are live and you've trained yourself to go live, go ahead. I just want to show you guys your potential setup. Now I want this to come back up here one more time for the carrot. Man, that was beautiful. Right on the money. It took us a long time to get back up there. I seriously doubted myself when it went all the way down here. But look at that recovery. Right off the rejection block down there. Denied the low. Now we can go for the low. Now you can have your low. Come back from my carrot. Yes. I mess up. Oh, thank you. Do you address issues, journaling, and emotional issues? Yeah, I wanna address that, Julian, because it's important, especially when you journal down what you're talking about, what you say to yourself. This is where all my Tony Robbins stuff comes in. I spent a lot of years back in the day studying self-help books, Brian Tracy, Og Mandino, Napoleon Hill, all the NLP masters, Tony Robbins especially, but you know, you look at the fathers of NLP, which is Bandler and Grinder. I studied all their stuff, got into hypnosis, mind stuff, and then you start to talk about how you talk to yourself. When you guys talk to yourself, when the trade is on, what are you saying to yourself? Are you cheering yourself on? Are you trying to remain calm? Are you trying to stay focused on your trade and say, I want this to happen, this to happen? If you're sitting there cheering your trade on, then you're gambling. You're watching a horse race. If you're watching this and you're saying, I want this to come back into my area, hit it. And if that fails right at the carrot there and starts to go back up, that stop loss won't get hit unless it runs through and charges through and takes me out. If not, I have a fail safe that's going to work. So zero stress. And I know if I break that low that's just formed there right now, if it takes that low, I'm going to move to break even, and there's no reason to be stressed out. And if you find yourself talking about that and you're talking negatively, like, oh, I should have, I could have, shoulda, coulda, woulda. You can't live in a world of shoulda, coulda, woulda. You just go, where's my first little take profit? It's right there at that first rejection block. I'll take a piece right there, and then I'll move the rest to break even and just let it sit. And I've paid myself. And if the other two out of the three continue on, I'm great. If not, if I start talking crap to myself, this is what I was trying to nail Ferber with the other day. Ferber was talking, even the sentences that he puts up on the screen, I'm very tuned into what you say and how you say it. And if what you say is anything negative, like, oh, the markets are going to turn against you. I've heard people say that means all you listen for is negativity, and you attract that. So what you focus on is what you get more of. In so many terms of relationships, if you focus on what your partner does wrong, you're always going to find things that they do wrong. If it's not that, it'll be something else, because you're training your brain to look for things that people do wrong, whether it's relationships, in your job, blaming, externalizing, catastrophizing things. If you externalize it instead of going, how do I get control over my emotions? I love Oprah Winfrey's little response, and that's when I see somebody make a comment on there that I don't agree with, I'm not going to react to it. I'm going to respond to it. There's a lot more different when you use words that are empowering. I'm not going to react to it. Well, reaction implies that my body must have a physical feeling, that I must get angry about something, or I must be emotional about something. Whereas if I respond to it, I can respond with it with words, kindness, love, gratitude. Man, I'd love to approach a problem with that instead of reacting to a problem. Anyway, you're gonna get me off on a tangent here. You don't want to do that. So when you journal it, make sure you journal it in a way that is positive, not in a way that's negative. Otherwise, again, you're just asking your brain to research something that's negative so you can journal it and then try to unpackage it and do something nice with it. Try to see it inside your mind put it in words. Now it becomes into a physical world of trying to create something that is more empowering for you, so that when you take your trade, you read back on it later on and go, yeah, I'm always encouraging myself, using kind words, which is what the Telegram's all about. Munif Riza, welcome to the channel, to the Telegram. Thank you for popping in. Welcome. Yeah, even on that, that is very important, that when you come there, you're not coming there to judge anybody or be judged. If you're mean, you're gone. You're gone. I want a community of people that use words. If you disagree with somebody, tell them that this is interesting. Maybe I don't understand your perspective. Use your words and say, it's not working for me because I'm seeing this. Is that true? Is there something else I can learn from you to get better at this? Maybe I don't understand your thing. Just to sit there and go, that sucks or that shit. That's not using your words, and that's clearly not a person who wants to understand anything, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, I'm going on tangents. I'm sorry. Talk to us about backtesting. How are you, dresser? I got to get going in 4 minutes here. Yes, sir. Thanks for your GP pair today's explanation. You're welcome. You're very like to pronounce Fernando. I do like Fernando. Adele, what's the very big bullish candle? Don't understand that question. I missed the setup at the PM session. Simo, the word you want to say is, I didn't miss the setup. I saw the setup. I can't wait for my next one. See what I mean? Different way. I missed this. I missed this. So there's a constant sense of lack, that I'm never going to get it. I'm never going to catch it. My brain is always looking for an opportunity to see where I missed out on something. Very important what you say to yourself. Very clean. So instead of saying something like, I missed it, just say, oh, I see it. I saw the PM setup. I can't wait for the next AM session or tomorrow's AM session. I'm going to catch that one tomorrow. Oh, I'm going to be so excited about nailing that one tomorrow. Your brain's now looking for anticipation of, I know what I'm looking for next. Not what you missed, not what you've lacked, not what you didn't do well. Not your brain just looks for new reasons to reinforce that. And I'm a firm believer in that. Study brain morphology, and you change how you can think. It's huge, huge. I see inverted head and shoulders pattern. Okay, that's Addy. That's a retail mindset. I don't do any retail, so I can't support you on that because I have no idea. I do understand what head and shoulders patterns are, but for me, they have zero to do with success. You will find your success in this 1 minute inversion stuff way before you'll ever find head and shoulders patterns working perfectly for you. Not that if you found a way to make them work, keep it. By all means, keep going. I see inverted head and shoulders. Nice. I love hockey playoffs. Can't wait. Flyers fan myself. Ooh, Flyers. The Flyers. All right. Love hockey fans. Gyeong, you're plus 200. Congratulations. I hope it's just demo money, my friend. Any books you can recommend that helps trading mindset? There's a lot of people on here that have read books on mindset for trading. Oh, that means I gotta go. Dang. Now, do you guys quickly give me some feedback here? Do you want me to just leave this on, or do you want me to come back in half an hour or an hour and do an afternoon session with you guys? Quickly let me know, because I gotta split and get this thing back there. First off, see you later, sir. Thanks for today. See you after lunch. Lunch, please. Yes, come back after lunch. Congrats. Brian Tracy is awesome for sales and leadership. Yes, indeed. I think market is not cleared. Get enter, so I'm not taking any trades. Good for you. Thank you very much for sharing your expertise. Bye. Okay, I'm going to head out, and I will pop back in at lunchtime, and I'll see you guys then. Thank you so much for popping in. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And it's been fun. And hopefully now you put a face to the name. You get to see this mug on the morning show. You may see it just pajamas day. So sometimes I may wake up late. So thanks again. I will see you guys this afternoon. And love you. Take care.